back to my channel. This is the Nomad Stitches podcast and my name is Sandra and I am the face behind Nomad Stitches. For those of you who are new, I am a knitwear designer, but I specialize in crochet, and I've been knitting and crocheting for 20 years or so, but I've only been a designer for the last 4 or 5 years, and I love doing it. I love my job and I love working with yarn, different fibers and different techniques, and I think the last few months have been pretty crazy for me. I've worked with so many different new techniques and different yarns, so I just wanted to show you what I've been working on. So I'm a little bit sick, as you can hear. I'm a little bit stuffed up. I have very little makeup on. I didn't do my hair. I'm wearing a ridiculous jumpsuit, but I just wanted to come and share with you guys today what I've been working on, especially because my husband and baby are out of the house, which means that it will definitely be quiet for the next half an hour or so. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed what I've been working on. So I have a few works in progress. I have some finished objects that are about to be released and some that have already been released. And I wanted to show you so that you are familiar with the pattern and the design. So let's get started with finished objects. And these are things that are already released, actually. This one is actually a sewing project. This is the Ogden Cami that I did a hack on and I turned into a dress. I posted it on Instagram about this one. And unfortunately, I went out the other day and I drank a few too many gin and tonics, and I pulled the strap and it's all coming off, which is really annoying. So I need to fix that. Hopefully I can fix it next week or something. And but this is the Ogden Cami. It's a super easy pattern, and in this it was a dress that I made a couple of years ago, and it just wasn't the right fit for me. So I undid the top, just cut it off, and use the top like the Ogden Cami, and I absolutely love it. It's such a pretty. It sits really well on my shoulders. Very flattering, super easy to make. And yeah, if you're a beginner sewer like me, definitely give this a go, because it is definitely my favorite pattern in a while that I've made. So I'm gonna make a few more of these and then I'll show you again next time. But that's sewing for me. I've also fixed a couple of things, but it's not worth telling you about. Now crochet. You have seen this baby on Instagram. This is my Workwear jumper. This is the male jumper. I'm going to put it on so you can see it, okay? Alright, so this is my workwear jumper. It's supposed to be for men, but really I really like it, to be honest. It's a little bit big on me because it's an extra large, I think, this one I made for my husband. But it's super comfy. I made it using the Fiber Co. Lore, which is 100% wool. So it's a bit itchy, but it gets softer the more you wear it, which I'm really excited about. The cables are really easy. It's like a 4-row repeat. So it's super easy to memorize. And once you do the beginning, like up to here, it's just like repeat all the way until you finish the length. So really easy. It's a raglan construction, and the neckline is my favorite. It's like a rib neckline that gets bigger at the back, so you can kind of do like a cowl thing. Oh, I really like this one. And this one is in Inside Crochet magazine. So this is a magazine. This is the utility issue, and it comes with really fun patterns. My favorite at the moment is the backpack that I think I will make because it uses raffia, and I do have a couple of balls of raffia that I need to get through. Oh, here's a Workwear jumper worn by a man. And oh, I don't know where it is. I should have bookmarked it before. Anyway, there's a really nice backpack in here that I think you will like too. And yeah, so you can find this pattern in the magazine, and I really recommend it because I mean, it comes with so many cool things. So I don't get any extra money by selling this magazine, by the way. But yeah, this is the backpack that I want to make. And it looks really, really simple, but I think it's going to be super practical and perfect for like a project bag. And yeah, I don't get paid for sales of this magazine, so don't worry about it. I'm not trying to promote myself. But I do recommend getting the whole magazine because they're a really good publication. They're super friendly. And they were very, very helpful with me. And they're small, you know, so I think small businesses that support them. But yeah, if you don't want to get the whole magazine, you really just want this pattern, it will be released in a couple of months independently. And it will be in Spanish and in English as well. So yeah, you can find it here inside Crochet. This is issue 128. And this is the utility issue, in case you are wondering. I will put a link down there for where to get it online. But in a few months, I will update the link and you will be able to download it from my store as well. And yeah, so this is the workwear jumper and this is a men's pattern and it will be released. Oh no, it is already released in the magazine. Now, whew, that's hot. Now the other things that are coming up are this little puppy. This is the water lilies bonnet, and if you've seen my podcast before, then you know how much I love the Beloved bonnet by Tin Can Knits. That is a knitted bonnet and I made it for my daughter and she absolutely loved it. She wore it all the time and it's the only hat really that she is willing to wear. So I wanted to make a crochet version because I really, really like it. It's such an interesting and fun construction that I wanted to imitate that in crochet, and this is what came out of. So this is made in one single piece. You start from the I-cord and then you go and you work the increases. Yeah, this is the side. So you work the increases on this side right in the middle, working all the way, and then it has some short rows on this end. And then once you reach the longest part, you continue with the decreases in the middle, whoopsie, all the way to the bottom, and then finish with the second I-cord. And that the pattern comes with a video for the I-cord because it's a bit of a tricky technique, but it's quite fun to learn. So you will be able to find that. You can also find this video in my YouTube channel, so I'm going to put the link over here if you're interested in learning how to make an I-cord with crochet hooks. But yeah, super fun pattern. It will come in sizes preemie all the way to adult. So if you are a grown man or woman and would like to have one of these, it's like kind of pixie, it's got a little like end, like pointy bit at the back. I really want to make myself one, but I just haven't had the time. But yeah, this one is great. I made mine with Aimee Merino DK. I had some leftover from, oh, there it is, from my confetti DK pullover. I think this is the second color that I used up there, so it has a bit of pink through it. It's called Life Aquatic, that's the color. And such nice yarn. It's Superwash as well, which is great, so I can wash it when Maggie, because she likes to chew on these. And yeah, this is the Water Lilies bonnet. This will be released on Friday. Today is Wednesday the 7th. It will be released on the 10th. So if you watch this before the 10th, then just wait a minute. If you're watching it after the 10th, then you can go down there and look at the description and you will find the link for this pattern. Water Lilies bonnet. Another things that are coming up is my Kitzbuhel cardigan and pullover. So I posted on Instagram this one yesterday and it got loads of likes because I think you guys really, really like it. I really like it. I'm gonna put it on for you as well. So this guy is a pullover and I love it. I love the fit. This is a large and I'm usually a medium large, so I think it fits really, really well. A bit, you know, not super loose, but I like that from a pullover. And I don't know if you can see the colors. There you go, there's some purples in the middle This is made with Aimee Cashmerino. And oh my god, you guys, it's got merino wool and cashmere and nylon in it. So the nylon makes it super resistant. The cashmere makes it so soft and warm, and the wool makes it like squishy and super warm. But it's so light because it's fingering weight yarn, so it doesn't feel bulky at all, and it fits so well. It's like getting a hug basically from someone, and I really, really like the way the colors work. This is Mosaic crochet, and as you know, I have been a little bit obsessed with Mosaic crochet. So this is a pullover, and this one, let me try it on. This one is the cardigan version. It's got lots of buttons, and I can't be asked to undo them, so this is what you get. So for the cardigan, I made a bigger size. This is the extra large because I wanted it super loose, and I really like the fit as well. Very, very comfy. So this is the cardigan version. Again, this is also Cashmerino. This is the colorways Ghost and Highlander. And I put some cheap, just plastic buttons on it just to like close it off. Nothing special. But I really like it. Again, it feels like you're getting a hug, and because this one's so loose, I'm gonna wear it all the time, I'm sure. And these ones is Winterfell for the dark one, and Yellow Brick Road Graffiti for the yellow one, and the purple is called Madeline. So I'll put all of the links of the yarn in the description for you if you're interested. And yeah, I am super excited. This one will be released on the 15th of October, which is next week, next Thursday. So if you're interested in buying the pattern, just, you know, wait a minute if you're watching this ahead of time. But you get the first view because I still haven't taken pictures of it because I got sick and we have a baby, and it took me so long to finish them because I've been working on so many projects at the same time. So yeah, so I still haven't got any nice pictures of them like being worn. So hopefully tomorrow the weather will be nicer. It's also been raining for the last like 2 weeks non-stop. Yeah, welcome to England, right? And oh yeah, I moved to England. Last time we had a podcast, I was still in Bulgaria. Now I live in England. That's why I have a new studio. So I'll give you a studio tour in a minute, okay? But yeah, anyway, that's my life. It's been busy. It's been a bit crazy. So I haven't had time to take pictures. So this is the first time anyone has seen these being worn. So yeah, this is a cardigan. This is the Kitzbuhel cardigan. And Kitzbuhel is a city in Austria. And I was there in March with my family visiting my husband's grandmother. And actually, this pattern I sent over to Pom-Pom magazine as a submission. Because when I was there, okay guys, this is a great story. When I was in Kitzbuhel, I got an email and I almost had a heart attack. My husband was like, what's going on? Because it was from Aimee from Aimee, whom I've worked with before with the confetti raglan. And from Stephen West. I was like, what? Why is Stephen West emailing me? And he was CC'd in it because Aimee asked me to submit a few designs for the Pom-Pom magazine for the winter edition that's coming out in a few weeks. And I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yes, of course I will submit some ideas. So I submitted like 3 different jumpers because I had so many ideas in my head. And one of them was this one, the Kitzbuhel cardigan. And the inspiration was Kitzbuhel, where I was at the moment of that email. And Kitzbuhel is a city in the Alps of Austria. Let me get it right. And it's a skiing town, so there's lots of mountains, there's lots of snow. And when we were there wasn't much snow anymore because the winter was a bit weird last year, or yeah, this year, at the beginning of the year. So there was just like a little bit of snow on the mountains, and the sun was going down, so the snow was kind of like these pinks and purples and oranges, and then the city at the bottom with all like the lights of different colors. And that's kind of where Oopsie. That's kind of where the inspiration of this came, you know, kind of like snow and mountains at the top and then the city lights at the bottom. And that was my proposal for Pom Pom magazine. And they actually picked a different design, of which there's already a sneak peek on Instagram, so I can show it to you, because before this I couldn't have shown it to you. So yeah, so this is a little, this side. So this is the little sneak peek of my Pom Pom design, which is coming out in a few weeks. I think next, I don't know when, but soon. It's coming out soon. But how funny, huh? Life is just crazy. Like Stephen West emailing me, like. Anyway, he's lovely. He actually helped me out with the colors because I wasn't sure these colors were working together for that design, and I emailed him and I was like, I'm not sure, like, is this what you had in mind when you picked the colors? Because he and Aimee picked the colors, and he's like, yeah, we love it, just keep going, you're doing a great job. And then I finished it, and when I looked at it finished, I was like, oh my god, yeah, it works, it's perfect. So yeah, thank you, Stephen, if you're watching, and Aimee too. You guys are amazing. So yeah, that's the story behind the Kitzbuhel cardigan. It's not very exciting, but you know what? My life isn't very exciting. Another thing that's coming up with Inside Crochet as well, and they are releasing the magazine next week. I think it's next Friday is the next issue of Inside Crochet, and they've put a few sneak peeks on Instagram, so I don't feel too bad showing you a little bit of it. It's back here, so I'm not going to put it on because I really shouldn't be showing it to you, but I'm just going to show you, like, look at this. Isn't it so cute? So yeah, this is my latest favorite, and this is all Mosaic crochet again. I'm not going to show you anymore. So both this one and my Kitzbuhel cardigan are Mosaic crochet, and I've been teaching with Vogue Knitting Life. I don't think this episode will be out in time for you to sign up to the October event. So if I'm teaching in the November event, you should check it out, because I'm teaching a Mosaic crochet class, how to draw your own charts, and also how to work standard Mosaic crochet and single row Mosaic crochet. So if you're interested in learning, definitely sign up to those classes. Otherwise, check out my other tutorials that I have. So I have a single row Mosaic crochet tutorial, and that's over here. And I also have a standard Mosaic crochet tutorial, and that's over here. And I'm also going to put the links in the description for you if you're interested in learning that technique. Super fun. I love working with colors, so this works perfectly for me. And yeah, I think that's it for finished objects at the moment. When we first arrived in England, we got here at the end of July. I think it was like the 29th. And in August, all of August, I finished these two, most of the cardigan and most of the pullover and this little jobby, all in 1 month. And that was crazy. It felt like it went so quickly, and I had so much work, because working with a magazine or a publication, you always have deadlines, and deadlines can be pretty horrible, but also very, very motivational to get things done. So that was really good, because I got so much done in that time. And now that I've finally finished my last submission to a magazine, I'm working with Inside Crochet for 2 more after the Workwear jumper, and then I've just finished it like last week, so it's been really nice to be able to play with yarn again. So I have a few things in the works, but I will show you one. So work in progress. Okay, so I'm making a kids jumper with Intarsia. And the fun thing about this jumper is that I'm doing a knit and a crochet version of it. So this is a crochet version. I am not super in love with the colors, but I think when I finish, it will make more sense to me. At the moment, I'm just kind of like, "Argh." But anyway, this is it, and it's gonna have buttons at the back so that it's easy to put on and off, because crochet is not as elastic as knitting, and I just didn't want it to be hard to put on. And it's gonna have a few more stripes, and the sleeves need to finish. I ran out of yarn, so I just did what I could with what I had, but now I have my yarn, and I'll be able to finish. For this, I am using Kitzbuhel Merino blend. This I used for a different project for inside crochet, and I had some leftovers, and that's why I started it just with what I had, and that's why I chose these colors, because I had them for that project, and for that project, for that theme, the colors worked really well, but I'm not so sure yet for this. But anyway, it's too late now. I'm not gonna redo it. And this, you can't tell, but it's like a greeny. It's called Petrol, the color. Oh, sorry, dog hairs. It looks really blue on the screen, but it's kind of greeny blue. It's really pretty, but we'll see. We'll see if I like it. So that's the crochet version, and the knit version is over here. So for the knit one, I'm using DK weight yarn, and for the crochet one, I'm using fingering weight yarn. And it's funny because knitting, just the stitches are always so much smaller. Like, doesn't matter what you do, like you always end up with smaller stitches than with crochet. So even though I'm using fingering weight yarn, I work faster in crochet than in knit. But that's okay. It's just a completely different craft, isn't it? And you can't say that they're the same thing at all. And this is my knit one. Again, the colors are weird. This is not blue on the screen. It looks blue for some reason. Maybe I'll try to fix it. It's like a green color. Gosh, it's really green actually. I don't know why it looks so blue. I'll see if I can fix it on editing. It's a teal color actually, and this is ash pink, and then I have a mustard yellow. So they're actually really pretty in real life, and I don't know why they look like this on camera. I'm very disappointed. But yeah, if you've ever worked in Intarsia, you know how fun and easy it is. But if you've ever worked in Intarsia in the round, that can be interesting. But so yeah, this one is worked in the round. So I'm learning a whole new technique working this jumper. It's also a raglan design, and the seam is at the back, so you can sort of see where, oopsie, there it is, where I come and go. So I need to turn at the back every time so that I can work the Intarsia pattern at the front. And there is a little bit like of unevenness. I think this can be fixed during blocking actually, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, I think it will work all right. It's just a new technique for me, and I'm gonna have to make a video to teach this one for people. And because this ribbing is so much more elastic than a crochet one, I didn't do the opening at the back. I think this is plenty of space for a kid's head to go in. But I might still adapt the pattern and make the opening a little bit bigger than this, just so that they can fit whole heads, because I've seen some kids with massive heads, so I'm not sure this is big enough for that. But yeah, this is my newest pattern. It doesn't have a name yet because I haven't finished yet, but it will come out soon. Hopefully I'll finish it by next week, and then I'll have testers work on it. It's going to be from sizes newborn, 0 to 3 months old, to size 10 children. So if you're interested in testing for me either the crochet or the knitting version, please sign up to my tester survey. I'm gonna put the link in the description as well, and just fill out the survey, and I always send the testing call out to my email list. And if you're interested, just email back. If you're not interested, then just completely ignore the email. I won't be offended. And yeah, and it can be either the knit or the crochet version if you are interested in those. And yeah, I've got these little baggies that I wanted to show you as well. These I've gotten because I've been ordering a lot from Lovecrafts lately, and they always send you all your yarn in these little baggies, which is amazing because I always have a shortage of project bags, and now I literally carry these everywhere, and I have so many of them now. and they're super helpful. And yeah, if you want to order from Lovecrafts and get your free bag, definitely go for it. They have loads of discounts, and I am an affiliate of them, so I'm going to put the link down there. And if you do order from Lovecrafts, I do get a slight commission from whatever you order, but it won't cost you anything, so, and don't feel obligated to do it. All I'm saying is, great baggies, right? And I also got a few more hooks. I don't have a full set of nice hooks. I just kind of have been collecting hooks here and there of different sizes. And my favorite is the 4mm one. And I don't know if you can see, but it is disgusting. Look at that. Oh my god, that is so gross. I use this one all the time. Like, most of my projects are made with a 4mm hook. So I've basically bought a new one exactly the same as this one for whenever I do tutorials or things like that, because it's so embarrassing having a dirty hook on camera. So if you've watched one of my tutorials and you've seen my dirty hook, please, I am so sorry. I apologize. Forgive me. But yeah, so I bought the 5mm, 3.5mm, and a 3mm one, which are the ones I use probably the most these days. And I love that they come in different colors. And yeah, so you can shop from Lovecrafts if you want to. And the other whip I'm working on, all I have is a swatch. Let me grab it. So this is my swatch. I still haven't decided on a name or anything, but it uses that stitch I showed you a couple of episodes ago, which is the double slip stitch, and it makes this like ribbed look, and it looks the same on both sides, and I really liked it. And it's the same stitch I used for my pom-pom pattern that's coming out. It's that ribbed look that is really, really pretty, and I'm doing it in collaboration with 6 and 7 Fiber. And I'm gonna use this one for the main body, the main color. And then I have this plain one, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a lace thing going on around the arms, and then just the whole thing in this like ribbed fabric. I still haven't worked much on it, as you can see. But that's the idea, so hopefully something will come out of. So if you're interested in learning a new stitch in a new kind of construction for a jumper, then definitely sign up for that test. But yeah, that's all I've been working on lately. Now let's do the tour of the studio. I'm gonna do that with my phone because I am filming from my computer, and that's a bit complicated. So let's do the tour, and then we can come back and say goodbye. Alright, so my studio is the tiniest of rooms. This is it, basically. Yeah, that door needs to be oiled. We've got a mirror and me wearing this ridiculous jumpsuit. And I've got my ironing board and some just random bags. And then I have part of my stash with a little plant. So these are my knitting needles, and this is my yarn holder, and this is some of my yarn. These are like the prettiest and newest bits that I have, and these are like leftover winded skeins, and then I have some fabric and some sewing projects that I need to deal with. This one down here is basically like my whip cemetery, where I just don't go in there. I will someday, but not yet. These are current whips, or, you know, whips that are finished but I haven't been asked to deal with. And then I have some more yarn down there from very recent finished objects. Got some plants. Got my hook there for hangers. And got some books. And then this is my trusted sofa. I've got those ridiculous black blinds that came with the house, and I honestly hated them the moment that I saw them and took them off, and then I put them back on the other day, because when I'm filming tutorials, it's so nice to have like complete darkness. And that's my wall of swatches and my calendar and my knitting needles, the circular ones. And then I have this lamp on all the time just like this, and I turn it on when I do tutorials or teaching online. And then this is just more yarn stash, random bits. Don't look at it too closely. My printer's down there, sewing machine, and then my new serger and my ironing for whenever I do sewing. Toilet papers because I've had the worst cold ever. And yeah, that's my studio. Alright, well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. This is episode 4 of the Nomad Stitches podcast. And please don't forget to subscribe and like and comment away, because it helps me get more visibility, and it's just really nice when I get a like or when I get a comment. I love reading your comments, and I love commenting back. And I hope you enjoyed what I'm working on. I hope you are excited about the patterns that are coming up, and that you give them a go. I know some of my patterns can be a little bit intimidating for beginners, and I totally get it, but I do my best to make them as simple as possible. And like the Kitzbuhel cardigan and the pullover come with like a 40-minute video basically, where I work through the whole thing at the beginning so that you're like on track to finishing it easily. So basically, like, just work with me through the first few rows, and then after that you'll be fine. And I'm always available for like emails or whatever, so if you want to contact me about questions about patterns, feel free to do it. And yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, I'm not working on anyone else's patterns at the moment, so I'm sorry if this was all very me. But that's what I've been working on. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I hope I can do one sooner than last time. I think this took me like 2 months to get to this, so I'll work on one sooner than that. All right, have a great day, everyone. Bye bye, see you next time.